So we have this really long gospel today. And it's basically Jesus say, you've heard it was said, don't do this, but I say to you, even if you do this, you're guilty. And he does it with multiple different sins. Kill into anger, adultery into lust. The idea here is, I think, exactly where we get confused is we think of holiness in terms of righteousness. Right? Righteousness is someone who says, okay, these are the rules. I obey them, right? It says, thou shalt not kill. I've never killed anybody. But Jesus challenges us. If you have anger in your heart, you've already sinned. And see, that's a little harder. Or he says, thou shalt not commit adultery. Okay, I've not had an affair. Good, I'm safe. But Jesus says, if you've ever lusted after a woman in your heart, if you've ever entertained an impure thought, looked at inappropriate materials, you've already committed adultery in your heart. There's a sense there that holiness is something more than a strict adherence to the law. And adherence to the law is righteousness, and that's good. And perhaps that's even the first step to holiness. But authentic holiness means I am set apart for God. I belong to God. I don't become holy by simply avoiding sin. It has to be more than that. How many people are guilty? And I hear it a lot. Oh, well, I just don't want to go to hell. I think I'm good enough. That's not faith. That's fear. That's looking at the Lord God as a cruel judge who's just waiting and tapping his foot and waiting to catch us in the moment that he can snag us and say, aha, I got you. But that's not who our God is. Yes, he is a judge, but his judgment is his mercy. His justice is his mercy. He's a father who desires his children to come to him, to belong to him, to surrender into him. These rules, the Ten Commandments, you know why they're written? Because someone did something that a rule had to be made. Why did the Lord have to have Moses write down on the tablets, "Thou shalt not kill"? Because somebody killed somebody. Right? The rules are not there because that's how you win heaven or escape hell. The rules are there because it's an instruction manual of how to allow ourselves to be open to the reception of God. I have to clear away the things that prevent me from seeing God, hearing God, and being united to God. That's righteousness. Righteousness is clearing the way. Holiness is going down the road. Righteousness is what I practice. Holiness is what God gives me. And so when Jesus says, you've heard it said, but I say to you, he's calling us past this strict following the letter of the law, and he's calling us to a conversion of heart so that our hearts become something soft and malleable that he can form, that he can claim. To be holy is to surrender into the Lord's hands. Don't try to escape hell. Try to be in perfect union with God.